3 years ago, did I think I was going to be in this position? Absolutely not. But I am in Manchester and I'm about to go with my best friend to go and look at flats. I am so excited. I've lived in Manchester before for uni, and then I lived here for a year or so after, which was great. Really immersed myself into like the non-uni life. So I'm excited to be back and like base myself here for winter. But it's funny because I'm looking at flats with my friend G, and we lived together in Bali, and this time last year we were literally locking into a villa in Bali to live in for 6 months, and now we're doing the same here. But I am really just feeling so excited about this move because it aligns with my goals so much. And this morning I got on YouTube looking for some inspiration of like, what do people actually want to listen to on here? And honestly, I found the best channel because I just love this guy's voice, and the way that he explains things is so nice. So it's called Soup. I've just had to get up now because I keep forgetting the name. Obviously, I'm nothing to do with e-commerce, but it was really nice to hear the power of storytelling and actually relating back to your story and building a brand that way. So one thing that he was saying in this video I watched was, for a business to be successful, one, storytelling, but you also need to be subserving. So this means that you're no longer a self-serving business. So instead of having targets of, I'm going to make this much money a month, I'm going to be doing this per month for me, and like I want to be turning over this many products because they're obviously e-com, then you want to be thinking like, what feeling do I want my customer or my audience to have? What results do I want them to get? And obviously that really relates to what I do, because I am someone that teaches other girls and helps them break into remote work and gives them that confidence. And recently I've noticed a massive shift in my community with engagement, because I have been thinking more like, where is everyone at? Is everyone all right? Like, what can I support with? And actually helping others achieve their goals has actually boosted my own appreciation for, I guess, what I offer. So that really resonated with me. And I think a really exciting thing about me looking at apartments in Manchester right now is that a few of my girls, they've trained in Manchester. I'm really looking to do more in-person community activations. And I think when it comes to a self-serving business, and with my particular business plan where it is to help girls have the confidence to break into remote work and all of their support that I wish I honestly had more of when I broke into remote work, how can I tie that into? And then I've been thinking less about it needs to be supporting girls into remote work, but actually how, in a world full of doom scrolling and lack of social connection and lack of and all this comparison that can actually be so detrimental to our mental health, can I reach girls and let them know that they're not alone, build a community where they can actually feel supported by one another. And like I say, there's definitely been a shift in how supported everyone has been in the group chat, but not just from me, from everyone else, where I've been trying to make it more of an engaging space rather than doing all these one-to-ones. So even though I did have a fair few one-to-ones today, but one of them said, I feel really comfortable on the account that I'm on because one of the other girls from your community is in there, so I feel like I can ask her anything as well, because they both work with the same client. And I think that's all part of really knuckling down on this whole community aspect and really building other girls' confidence. And instead of seeing like the stretch goals of how many people I want to be onboarding and like what do I want to be earning, which naturally like you want to be budgeting. I mean, I'm looking into a flat, so I need to be earning a decent amount. But then I think that just comes with this subserving purpose. So yeah, it's definitely going to be on my mind. And then it was really funny because something else he said about this that really resonated with me is, you see all of these people in Bali, all of these coaches saying like, live the dream with me, and putting up all this lifestyle content. But ultimately, they're doing it for like a self-serving purpose. And I actually resonate with that because that was me 6 months ago, I'd say. I invested in a mentor, was very much like, oh, I've invested now, so I'm going to be making lots of money, blah, blah, blah. Didn't put in the work over summer, went on a Euro summer, And then it just meant like I didn't have half the rewards that I should have had, because I wasn't thinking about it as a sub-serving process. I was thinking about it like a self-serving process. And then he says that in Bali, like everyone always is saying, okay, come and do this, then you can live in Bali like me. And you're showing off this lifestyle, but really, are you supporting them, or are you just having this lifestyle and then making people believe that they need to have it? And that's something where when I hop on the chats with all of the girls that have trained with me, I really do go into what are your stretch goals, like do you want to travel, what's your motivation behind doing this, and like what's your why. And I talk about, I'm such a big fan of Simon Sinek and his why purpose, so yeah, I always like to know everyone's whys. And when they go into traveling and living in Bali like I did, I always do make sure that I'm not just like honing in on this whole lifestyle aspect, because it's amazing, but is it sustainable? Not so much, because you're not as motivated to make a success of a business and a sustainable business because you can live on a lot less there. So I thought that was really interesting, because are they sustaining or are they building in Bali? And I was really questioning it, because I definitely can relate to my whole mindset shift since being in Bali and being back. And then obviously just really excited to do some community events. Like I've been speaking to the girls in my community and really want to lock that in soon. But I think we were thinking about doing something more for Christmas, but realistically, should do before, because then it will be nicer and everyone will be a lot hectic and hopefully we can get a better turnout. But then I'm like, because I want to be building connection, I don't want it to be so much a mastermind, but more like a networking, girls who want to boost their confidence and like break free from their comfort zones, even if it's just for a coffee and walk and chat, or whether it's for a dinner. And yeah, maybe widening it up to people beyond from my community, just to build that safe space, because it is something that I'm so passionate about everyone having a chance to do. And I know that it's a lot harder for some people than it is for others, so maybe putting on an event like that, so stay tuned. But really, I just want to be making sure that the girls in my academy have the best results possible. So now my whole Q4 goals have shifted from being very much like, this is how many people I want to welcome into the course, but actually thinking about the results that I want all the girls to achieve. And that's really helped me reshape even my one-to-ones today, because I've been updating the client tracker. I know where everyone's at, but I also know where they want to be at the end of Q4. And it's really good to understand like how big a shift or how little a shift it's going to take for me to get them there. But yeah, I think a community event will obviously be amazing, because it will help me get as much value from my girls as I give to them. So it's almost like a value exchange, because how they're progressing in this training and onboarding their own clients just helps me boost my own experience and like what I offer for the next people. So stay tuned. But yeah, back to Manchester, really excited, great vibes, good community. I mean, literally yesterday in the taxi, and had the best taxi driver. I got a jazz yesterday, which is my favourite food, and the guy was, sorry, my chewing gum. The guy was like closing my chewing gum. I've not had a chewing gum in ages. I think I just forgot to chew it. I was just like sat there. But the guy was closing yesterday, and he literally was just chatting to me while he was closing. He gave me extra sauce on my rice. No one will know what jazz is, but it's amazing. But yeah, I just think building a positive circle in real life, in person, that's my subserving side of my business, and that's really what I want to be focusing on. So yeah, I will definitely be taking some content when we go into Manchester tonight. We're seeing a few of my friends. George is finally meeting them in person, which will be really nice. And yeah, I'm just happy to be back, to be honest. I love it. I'm currently at my auntie and uncle's, even though they're not here, which is gorgeous. I will be back tomorrow.